to talk to you about this. You didn't write this, but I first saw it on Essie Scoops, and so those are some of your homies over there. That WWE Smackdown was not actually a part of the Fox upfronts. I've since saw that that was the case for NBC. And now it could just be that the rights deal is coming up and they don't have a contract yet, so they haven't decided, so they didn't put them on the upfronts. Or it could be something deeper. Could Fox be trying to move away from WWE? What do you think?
I've been told since the beginning of the entire Fox deal with WWE that they have not been happy with the ratings.
Wow.
I think because they're going on a network, they did not have the numbers they were expected to. Between the deal taking place and them going on air, they lost around, I think, 500,000 or more viewers, maybe 1 million. I have to go back and check. And Fox with SmackDown, this is very much a network thing where it's okay. It's branding. It's what do you want to put on Friday nights, things of that nature. I honestly thought SmackDown's ratings were strong enough, especially over the last year. I think the way WWE has grown their ratings, the way that they've been able to manage this bloodline storyline and make it something it has really grown the company and their gates in this time period, I think it's been very, very impressive. I think they deserve to be re-upped by Fox, but I don't think Fox has been interested in re-upping them for a while. I don't know if that is the reason why they were not. I heard they were not going to be bringing SmackDown back. I heard the most likely landing spot for it would have been on USA or somewhere in the peak. Maybe, I doubt if it would have been on NBC, but it would have been probably on USA as a Friday night show. Of course, I don't know how that affects with other things they have going on, but that was what I was told. That doesn't mean things haven't changed. That doesn't mean, Fox could look at this a different way, but the fact that it wasn't on the schedule, they haven't talked already. I mean, AEW's deal is not up for a while yet. They came in upfront with all these new announcements with, Warner streaming with, with the new TV show. They've had all this laid out. I mean, it's kind of concerning if you're a fan of Fox with SmackDown, but to me, I think whatever's going to happen, WWE is going to be fine. You look at the money. You look at the money that this AEW is getting for, if it's the $500 million mark that I think they'll probably end up with, if it's the $1 billion mark that many people more well connected with than me have been talking about, what's WWE going to command? It's going to be tremendous, cash flow for them. They're going to be fine no matter what. I like having them on Fox. I thought it was a great spot for pro wrestling for them to showcase. It'll be a disappointment, but they'll be fine. They'll keep rolling.
Couple things. One of the sorry, go ahead, JD.
No, I was saying a couple things we talked about with this is pro wrestling does not generate great ad dollars, and that matters more on network than it does in cable. So, and the fact that Fox is losing money, because sometimes it's not always about, hey, we won the night. If you're losing money on the show, that's not a good thing. No. Second of all, and remember, they made the two deals for Raw and SmackDown. That was pre-Peacock. I'm sure now that Peacock, which, let's be honest, I know we've argued this in the Discord, but a major reason for WWE's upturn, I said WWF, how old am I? WWE's upturn in popularity is related to Peacock, right? You take your major shows and you open up the accessibility to them. Peacock's played a major role in that. I am sure NBC Universal would like to get the entire package under one banner. So it makes sense when you break it down. If Fox isn't making a lot of money on it, and Peacock would like, and when I say Peacock, I mean Comcast, the Comcast entity in of itself, would like to have the entire WWE package back. It kind of makes sense to see where it goes. And again, SmackDown's a lot of the reason their ratings are higher than Raw because they're on network, right? You're always going to generate more on network than in cable. Maybe not always, but traditionally. Yeah. So the next 6 months are going to be very, very interesting in media rights as far as this plays out. I don't think AEW has announced everything yet. I don't think all the deals are quite done as of yet. That's my thought.
Yeah, I was told by somebody they expected to see press releases at the beginning of the business week this week about their TV deal stuff leading into upfront. Obviously, that didn't happen. I was wrong about it. But I'll tell you another thing that could be playing into the Fox deal is that WWE is now owned by Endeavor, who owns UFC, who left Fox to go to WWE. Go to not to go to WWE, but they left Fox. They took UFC away from Fox to go to ESPN. That may play a part in all this. I don't know if that's the case or not. But it's just some nugget to consider. I mean, maybe they're looking to package everything, maybe not. I don't know, but I agree with a lot of what you had to say on that. I think that we'll see what happens. But it just
one of the interesting
crazy time right now.
One of the interesting things that Nick Khan brought up today was one, that the willingness to move SmackDown off of Friday night if they had to, which SmackDown I think has been on every night of the week with the exception of Monday. It has served throughout their history. I know they did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah. So he did bring that up. One idea that was floated out there was Amazon Prime
on Saturday soon, because guess what's going to be on Saturday here in a couple of weeks?
Yeah. So one idea that was floated out there was Amazon Prime, which is paying big dollars to NFL because they kind of want to be that big time premium sports station, the first big streaming station. And another thing that has come out now that the UFC has all the media rights for ESPN has all the media rights for UFC and WWE are now TKO. They're one company. Could they do a package deal there? Well, ESPN is now making ESPN Plus like the hub for ESPN television, meaning they're going to have a live linear ESPN on there. So the ESPN that you get on direct to consumer. So ESPN is going to go, it'll still be on your cable channels, still going to be there, but it's also going to be a part of ESPN Plus. I don't know when that's going to happen. So they're trying
the
to
WWE Network be a nice addition and sell point for that.
That's where I was going with that. So WWE Network, you got WWE Network. You essentially have UFC Fight Pass all on ESPN Plus. You can have, because so many people have ESPN Plus already, you can have SmackDown just air on ESPN Plus. It doesn't even, because you don't want it on ESPN because it's going to get preempted too much. But ESPN Plus, you just air it whenever you air it. That's no big deal. Nothing's ever going to preempt that. So it'll always be there. So streaming could be an option. And as of right now, ESPN is, they're cutting talent, they're cutting laborers, they're cutting everybody else, but they're throwing big money at guys like Pat McAfee. They're throwing big money at the UFC, which is essentially keeping ESPN Plus afloat. And I bet they're going to throw big money at WWE.
That's what it is. Yeah. They're investing in content.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.